Hey, hi, hello, and good afternoon. My name is Amanda, and welcome to The Done Creative. For today's pick a card reading, we are going to be finding out what you can expect for the month of December 2019, the very last month of 2019. Are you guys ready? This has been a pretty hard year for a lot of people, and I think a lot of people are really excited to let it go and move on to 2020. So let's go ahead and dive in and figure out what you can expect for the remainder of this year and even going into January of 2020 or early 2020. So I'd like you to take a couple of deep breaths and focus your energy on piles number 1, 2, or 3. If more than one pile calls out to you, go ahead and select more than one pile, or you could even assign a different pile to like love, career, and personal. Something like that. This is your reading. You can do this however you want. And once you've selected or assigned what reading goes to what, you can go ahead and check the timestamps below for your reading. So I will give you a moment to decide, and I will see you over there. Alright, group number 1, let's see what you can expect for December 2019. And as always with my monthly pick a cards, we are going to start with the tarot cards and then get more insight with the oracle cards after that. And as always, I'm trying to avoid glare and all of that, but it just never wants to happen for me. Maybe I will set that up like that. So your overall energy for the month of December, you guys got the 7 of Air or the 7 of Swords, which is all about plans that maybe not be the best laid out or that need revision, and more going on in your life than meets the eye. And timing is off with things. Things aren't lining up the way that you would hope for things to be able to just push forward and move forward. So maybe you're feeling stuck with something this month, or maybe you're not getting your way in some cases. There's just something that's not adding up for you. And I think a lot of it has to do with the plans that you're making this month. Maybe your plans fall through last minute or something like that. So for the energies coming in from November, October, and maybe even from September, you have the 6 of Water, which this is a pretty common card for a lot of people to get this time of year. It's that 6 of Water, that 6 of Cups, all about nostalgia and memories from your past or your childhood, or even traumas you experienced as a child may be coming up at this time for you. And a lot of times also with this card, it's just this romanticization of the past. Your memory of the past is actually way better than the actual experience of the past was. But this could be a fun way to, with this time of year, with a lot of people celebrating Christmas and all sorts of religious holidays this time of year, this is just a good time to remember, especially if you have a crossed over loved one or people you don't communicate with anymore or something like that, just to remember the good times that you had with those people during this time of year. And then for the present energies and what you can expect, we have the 4 of Water. So we're already off on a nice start with all this emotional energy coming in. To me, it's like you're feeling you're missing out on something, that FOMO, like you're seeing all these people on social media having all these parties and fun times, and you just feel like, my life is so meaningless right now. Or you feel like you have missed the boat on an opportunity. You can kind of take that one of two ways. And maybe you're just discontent with the way your life is right now, or you just kind of have this sense of boredom and your eyes aren't really open to all the possibilities. So, and that does pair well with this 7 of Air about plans that need revising. So maybe you're just kind of going with the flow with what other loved ones have planned for this season, and it's not really something you want to do. I just saw someone's family like booking this tropical vacation, and you as the person with this reading are just kind of like, wait, I don't want to do that. I want to go somewhere where it's snowing and be all festive and all that. Something like that, where there's two clashing ideas and you feel like your ideas aren't being heard, or maybe you're not even expressing your ideas in the first place. And again, you can kind of take that example I used and apply it to whatever instance in your life that you're thinking of right now, because that's usually, whatever it is that pops up for you is usually what it is that this is pertaining to. So your future conditions, and this is taking you into early 2020, and you have the Lover's card. And to me, because you got a major arcana card here, there is going to be some major transformation in your relationship, your intimate relationship, like your partner or your significant other. And I think for a lot of you guys, this boredom or just feeling like things just aren't that great may be pertaining to your romantic relationship. And that could also go if you're single. You just feel like there's just no prospect on the horizon and you're going to be single forever. And it's just a feeling you have with this Four of Water. But because you did get the Lover's card, to me this says there is a deepening of a connection in a relationship, whether that is a significant other, a friendship, a parent, a child, whatever that looks like for you. There is this sense of deepening that relationship or that connection, and you may have a couple of decisions to make. The Lovers sometimes can be a card about decisions that need to be made, and it can also be about good health. So you may have everyone around you is sick and you're just standing strong. Nothing's going to get you down this December or going into 2020. You're just on top of your game with health. So that's always a bonus. And then for your best path to follow, we have the Six of Earth. That Six of Earth, that Six of Pentacles is all about gifts of money or time or effort, possible new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or even paying off debts. But for many of you, this just could be getting something for Christmas, if you celebrate Christmas, that you just really have always wanted or you've been wanting lately. And just this overall sense of feeling like you're spending time with good people and you have all the money you need and you're able to give to others as well. But then again, like I was saying, for some of you, there could be a new career opportunity on the horizon, or you're able to, with a new promotion or this new job you're possibly getting, you're going to be able, going into 2020, to be paying off some long-standing debts or loans that you have out. And that's always a good feeling, isn't it? So then in your hopes and your fears, you have the Ten of Water. And I call this Ten of Cups, Ten of Water card that absolute emotional fulfillment. You just feel like you're on top of the world emotionally and all of your needs are met emotionally. And a lot of times this has to do, because the cups are all about relationships, this has to do with feeling emotionally fulfilled in all of your relationships. And because this is a hope or a fear, well, in this case it's a hope, you're just hoping for this sense of connectedness and emotional fulfillment where all your relationships are concerned this December. And it feels to me like with all this water, you're very in your emotions, you're very in your feels, and things, to me, it feels like things are going to be very emotionally fulfilling for you this December. And everything's just going to feel good. Even if plans fall through, it's like you're going to make the best of it. You're going to use what time you have with your loved ones and really make some good memories this December. And then for your outcome card, we have the Magician. And this is a very magical card for your outcome for December. You're finishing this month out, this year out, this decade out with a bang. You are ready to move forward in life. There may be this big goal that you've been working towards or that you're planning to work toward, or maybe there's this New Year's resolution that you're working on coming into 2020 that you're super excited about, or a new project. And for some of you, again, going back to that Six of Earth, it could be that new career opportunity that you're taking the plunge on something new. And with this Magician card, you're going to have all the resources and help and ability to manifest anything into your life that you need to achieve your goals. And you're just going to feel like life has this sense of magic about it. And it's just going to be a really exciting time. Even if it doesn't start out that way, you're going to feel maybe toward the beginning of the month like things just aren't really fulfilling, or I'm just bored, or my plans just aren't working, or plans are falling through and the timing isn't right. But by the end of the month and going into January, you're really going to feel like, okay, it's my time to shine now, and you're going to do it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and stack, you guys did get an extra oracle card, so we're going to go ahead and kind of try to line these out in such a way that we can see them. Doesn't always work, but maybe I'm just going to go like this. Okay, good, not great, but we're going to go with it. Okay, so first let's just start over here. We have the Kyanite card, and then you also pulled Jade card that popped right out of this Crystal Angels deck. So here on Kyanite, it says, make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. And I think this goes back to that Lover's card with feeling like you're in good health. Good health isn't an accident. It doesn't happen just because. It happens because you're taking the best care of yourself, or really good care of yourself. And then also with this Jade card, the wellness, the recovery of health and wellness is here. So if you guys had been having some health issues going into the fall and maybe even this past month, those issues are going to be resolving and you're going to be in really good health. But again, if you're not taking care of your body, you may have health issues just like everybody else that gets all the colds and flus and stuff that's maybe not on top of their nutrition and all of that. You're going to be more likely to attract those germs and get those illnesses. So take the very best care of yourself and make that time for self-care. Because I think in all of this, with all your emotions going on the spread underneath here, you really need to be checking in with yourself, doing some meditation, doing things that make you feel good and like you're taking the best care of yourself so that you can keep your emotions in check instead of allowing your emotions to run away with you this December. So then we have the love partnership card, and once again, that pairs really well with that Lovers. So there may be, if you are single, you may be meeting someone this month, but if you are in a long-term or committed relationship, it feels to me like it's going to be a pretty big theme this month, or a pretty big part of your month is spending time with that significant other. And if you don't have a significant other, or you're feeling like, well, maybe they're not talking about that, it could be your child, your parent, a close friend, whatever resonates for you. But that there's going to be somebody who's just going to be at the forefront of your mind, and you're just going to be really wanting to spend a lot of time with that person. And that could even be a group of people, a group of friends, or family you haven't seen in a long time, something like that. And then you have the Krishna card, which is all about devotion. And it says here, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. And for me, this really pairs well with that Magician card. Whatever it is you're looking to manifest, you've been committed, you've been making plans, even if they're just plans in your head or daydreams at this point. You've been thinking about stepping out and taking that leap and doing something new, because you have that Snake card here. It says rebirth, release, and integration. So you're letting that old part of yourself fall away to shed that old skin, to make room for the new you. And a lot of times when you get the Snake card, this also, I see people clearing of clutter, and that's kind of a early thing for spring cleaning. But if one of your New Year's resolutions is to get organized in your home or with your work projects or your creative projects or something like that, it looks to me like you're going to be in the great energy that's going to allow that to happen for you. You may be cleaning out your closets, your refrigerator, even your digital files. It looks to me like you're just wanting to get as organized as possible so that you can create this leveled up version of yourself in the new year. And then here we have the admit your true feelings to yourself. And it says, be honest with yourself. Only you know what it is that you truly desire. So I think for some of you, you may not have with these plans that are falling through, or maybe you're just going with the flow of other people's plans and you're not allowing yourself to really get in touch with what it is that you want. And for me, this card is saying you're going to finally be able to do that. You're going to be assessing what it is you want, what it is you want your life to look like, the people that you want in your life, the job you want to have. Even if you already have all these things established, you can always level up or put a little more effort into things to make them shine just a little brighter. And I feel like you're going to be doing that starting with yourself going into the new year. So yeah, group number 1, I think that's all I'm seeing for you guys. I really hope this resonated. You'll have to let me know below what you thought. And as always, you guys, thanks again for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Done Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 2, let's see what you can expect for December 2019 and going into a new decade, the year 2020. And as always with my monthly pick a card readings, we're going to start with the tarot cards and then get some more insight with the oracle cards. I always take just the longest amount of time to try to get these to look okay because they look good in front of me, and then I look up at my viewfinder and not so much. But as always, we're just going to roll with it. So your energy coming into the month of December 2019 is the Two of Air. You may feel like you're unable or just even unwilling to make a decision in your life. You're at this stalemate, and for some of you, it's almost like you're pretending that there is no problem. And whatever's popping into your head as I'm saying this, it could be something as small as, oh, I need to clean out my car, but oh, I'll do it later. It's not a big deal. You know, something as simple as that, or maybe there's some communication issues with your significant other and you just are like, oh, I'll just, you're just like, I'll deal with it later. Or maybe the two of you have been having some sort of disagreement and you just, one thinks they're right, the other thinks they're right, and there's just no moving forward. And you're going to maybe be feeling a little bit of that energy permeating through everything you do this month. But don't let that discourage you, because we all have times in our lives where we just feel like nothing's really moving forward. Life is an ebb and a flow, and we can't always be in the flow. Sometimes we're ebbing back and reassessing, and this is a great time when you're feeling stuck to really assess what it is you want in life. What is it you want in your relationships? What is it you want with your job? What is it you want just in every area of your life? And it's a good time to, going into 2020 here, to really start assessing what it is you want in life, because coming into a new year, it all feels so fresh, like there's a clean slate for you to work with. So this just may be for a lot of you trying to tie up loose ends of 2019. I think to me this is really speaking to the fact that 2019 has not been a kind year to you. You may have had some really high highs this year, but I think a lot of you have also had some really low lows. Maybe you have been grieving a loved one, or you've lost a job, or I just saw somebody lost everything. Like you lost a relationship, you lost where you were living, you lost it all, and you just felt like you were at your lowest. And again, that may not be for everyone. That to me is just a very select few of you that have chosen this pile. But I feel just a complete sense of despair. But don't worry, you guys, I have a feeling things are looking up. I feel like you guys maybe have hit rock bottom in some instances during this year. Even though it is a hard card to get as your overall energy, it feels like a wrapping up of things. Like you're on the verge of making a big decision that's going to change your life for the better. Or these conflicts you've been having with people are going to start seeing some ground covered and traction gained where you can actually come to an agreement. So that's actually really beautiful. Is the first thing to do is to identify what isn't working, and then you can start finding ways to make it work for you. Okay, so the energy you're coming in with from the past, be it November, October, or even as far back as September, it looks to me like the Ten of Earth. So it's funny because this is a card that's just like absolute happiness, very good family life, financial security, finding magic in the little things in life. And for those of you that have had that really hard year, this almost completely contradicts what I just said about having a really hard year. But again, not the whole year was probably hard for you. You may have had some really high highs. And I think for a lot of you, this has to do with your family. Maybe your family, through all these really tough things that have happened to you, your family was there. They were on the ball to give you the support and comfort you need. And they just were always there and never let you down. And that is one of the most important things. You can't buy, that's something you can't buy. You can't, even if you had all the money in the world, you can't pay people to be loyal to you. They'll be loyal to you to a point, but if you don't have those supportive people in your life, it's really hard to come by organically and without an agenda. That unconditional love is really hard to find. But it looks to me like you guys have it in your life. So that is a huge gift. And you have that energy coming in and carrying you into this month of December and into the year 2020. So let's see what the present energy is looking like. And we have the Chariot. And to me, it's like these two horses here were fighting, and now they're starting to move forward together. They're both moving in the same direction here. But to me, the Chariot is always about, at some point, there's going to be that fork in the road, and you're going to have to make a decision. But whatever it is, I feel like by the end of this month, you're going to know what that decision is that you need to make, and you're going to be very confident in that decision. And this is also a card about important, like, personal achievements or awards or recognition for your efforts. So whatever that is for you, whatever resonates. But this is also about self-discipline and willpower. So maybe if things had been hard for you, you're starting to gain that sense of, you know what, it's time to pick myself up by my bootstraps and get back to work. I can do this. I got this. And that's going to come from inside of you. But of course, if you do have that family support, and I just saw for someone financial support, maybe someone is supporting you or helping you pay your way through college or helping you with bills or something, you have financial support from someone as well, whether that's a spouse or a parent or a family member or a friend. You're going to be financially taken care of, even if it is through your own efforts. You're going to have a way to pay for things and to get yourself on the path that you need to be on. So then for future conditions, this is going to take us through December into January and early months of 2020. And you have the Two of Fire or the Two of Wands. And this is beautiful because this is a card about really coming into your own. So where you may feel stuck this month of December early on, you're going to make that decision. You're going to take the bull by the horns or the horse by the reins, and you're going to be coming into your own. And you're going to be really moving forward in many areas of your life. But I think for a lot of you, this has to do with some sort of creative project or a project that's going on around your home, whether you're remodeling or even reorganizing. Something going on at home or something with a creative project or even maybe a project through work. But you're going to be possibly forming some sort of new partnership or signing a contract, whether you're getting married, you have a business partner for a new business you're starting, or even just making a new friend, whether online or in person. That could mean a plethora of different things for you. So your best path to follow this month is the Eight of Water. So this is a desire to move on. You're searching for something more meaningful, both spiritual and emotional growth going on. And I think this is really boding well for this Two of Air energy you're going into this month with, and really helping you realize with this energy, you're realizing, hey, I can't go on like this. I don't want this to be my life. I want something more fulfilling, something that's really more meaningful to me. And that's going to help aid you in that decision. And that's going to take you into this new year. And you're just going to have this like fire almost lit under you to make your dreams come true, whatever that looks like for you. So that's really beautiful energy as your advice for the best path to follow. Just keep moving on, searching for something more meaningful in your life. Even if you're picking up a new hobby, I see someone picking up a paintbrush for the first time in many, many years. Or if you're someone who enjoys music, prop that up. I didn't realize there was such a glare on that, and that one too. But if you're someone who enjoys music or something, you're just going to be diving into a new hobby of some sort. And then for your hopes and your fears, we have the Five of Air or that Five of Swords. So an unwise choice being made or learning what you can from a situation. Again, trying to learn what you can from this and trying to review everyone's motives, because not everyone has your best interests at heart when making a decision. It's usually their best interests that are at heart when they're making a decision. But because this card is in the position of your hopes and your fears, you're, I think, maybe a little afraid that this decision that you need to make, you're going to make the wrong one. But to me, I don't feel like you're going to make the wrong choice. I don't think we ever are on the wrong path, and I don't think we ever do make a wrong choice, because every choice we make, every decision that is taken, we learn from it, we grow from it. And this card is all about learning what you can from a situation. And the best situations we learn from, believe it or not, are the negative ones or the hard ones. So whatever the situation is that you're in, or just this overall feeling of unfulfillingness in your life, you almost feel stuck because you know you need to get out of it, but you don't know how. But again, this is in the fear position. Just try to really review everyone's motives, and especially your own motives. Why is it you want the things you want? Even if they're for a frivolous reason or just like material gain, that's not wrong. That doesn't make you wrong for wanting security in your life whatsoever. But just know the reason. Sorry guys, I was talking too long and my camera cut off. So as I was saying, even if you're just looking to make more money and do things that you may feel are too materialistic or something, don't feel bad about that, because wanting security in your life, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I feel for some of you, with this Two of Air, I feel like you guys maybe just felt unstable or unsecure in your lives, and you're going to be coming out of that feeling to realize that you can rely on your support system. You can rely, most importantly, on yourself to take the reins and move you forward and make the best decisions for yourself. So in your outcome position, we have balance. So you guys need more balance or moderation in your life. And this can also be a card about cooperation and compromise. So going back to that Two of Air, there just may be someone in your life that you guys just don't see eye to eye, and it's really been affecting your life. But to me, you guys are going to find that sense of balance going into 2020, and you may need to hold off on some things as far as just not pushing forward once you come to an agreement of some sort, even if it's just an agreement with yourself or that decision you know you need to make. It doesn't mean you need to tear right into it and just go, go, go. Just wait for the perfect timing. You'll know when the timing's right. You'll start seeing synchronicities. Things will just line up and everything will just feel like it was laid out for you. So if the timing is right, nothing will feel like a struggle to push forward. When the timing is right, things will just be like green light, green light, green light. You're just hitting every green light driving and not even having to stop. So if you're hitting roadblocks or red lights, just know that the timing isn't quite right. You can still be making those plans and making yourself the best version of yourself to attain those plans or those manifestations or those desires. Okay, so then we have your oracle cards, and I'm just going to try to get these as neat as possible on here. Good enough, right? Okay. Oh, and I didn't mention too, I was going to say the balance card, 1 + 4 = 5. So 5s are all about change. So to me, you guys are going to be making a pretty big change in your life. For some of you, that may be moving jobs, moving house, or cutting ties with some people going into the new year. Maybe you realize that some of the people you've been hanging around or giving your energy to just aren't the best for you at this time. So let's go ahead and start from left to right. And we got the Sapphire card here. It says, easy does it. Your health, happiness, and abundance require a gentle approach to life and work. And that goes really well with that balance card. Just make sure you're not pushing forward and trying to force things. Just allow things to gently go through your life and your work. And when you feel like the light is green or the time is right, then push forward. But I think for some of you with this easy does it, I think you maybe have been pushing yourselves a little too hard or being a little too hard on yourself for not being able to make a decision or not knowing which direction to turn. And I want you to stop it. You can do these things. You don't need to beat yourself up for feeling this way. Just go easy on yourself, do a little self-care, and just allow yourself to breathe and to be sometimes. I think you guys have been so busy just trying to make everything work in your life, and you haven't allowed yourself that time to stop and take a breather. So go ahead and do that this month. And then here with the parenting card, It is number 63, 6 plus 3 equals 9. So this feels like the ending of a cycle for me for some people, and I think it has to do with that decision. Do we move? Do I stay at the job? Do I end the relationship? Do I start the new relationship? Whatever that looks like for you. There is a definitive ending coming up this December that is going to allow you new energy moving into 2020. And because this is the parenting card, for some of you, that could be the way you're parenting your children. Maybe you just feel like with that two of air, butting heads with your children all the time, or you feel like you're repeating yourself over and over and over, but nobody's listening. Sometimes I feel that way. I think most parents do at one time or another, or sometimes all the time. But I feel like for you guys, if you don't have children, that could also be butting heads with your parents, or feeling like people are trying to parent you, or other people are feeling like you are trying to parent them. Take what resonates for your situation. But to me, this feels very strongly like you are the parent role here, and you are finding new ways to parent or to mentor people to get the best outcome for everybody. And then here we have with Saint Germain, karma releasing. Move beyond drama, create your own path, and make room for good energy. And to me, that just is such an overarching card of what we talked about with the tarot underneath this reading here. You're moving beyond the drama, you're making your own path with that Chariot, and you're making room for new energy by clearing out the old and releasing what's not serving you anymore. And then with this Dandelion card here, it's a card all about vitality and empowerment and perseverance. I mean, I don't know if you have ever tried to get rid of a dandelion, but it's like you pluck a dandelion and up come 3 more. It is just relentless in its desire to exist. And I feel like you guys going into 2020 are just going to be relentless and really persevering your dreams, and you're going to feel like you have high energy and your vitality is going to be high, and you're just going to feel so empowered to make the changes you want in your life. And then here you have the ask for what you want, and it says here, let the universe and other people know what you need. So I think this pairs back to this support system you have. You have that great support system, many of you, and you felt maybe you have overburdened them with everything that has gone on for you this year, but don't feel that way. You can still ask for what you want and get what you need. And if you're not asking actual people for what you want, you can always ask your guides, angels, God, your spirit team, whoever it is that you call on to help you in whatever it is that you need help with, whether that's that decision you need to make or just changing things in your life to make your life more the life you want. Because a lot of times when our lives get out of balance, that kind of becomes the new normal, and we've lost all our good habits and things are just happening to us rather than us taking that bull by the horns or that horse by the reins and making them happen for ourselves. It almost feels like life's happening to you, not for you. And it comes at that point when you realize, hey, I need to just make a change. And if you're trying to make multiple changes at once, it's probably not going to work for you. So if you are going to make some sort of New Year's resolution, don't make it something too lofty that you just maybe are going to fail at, because that's just going to add to that stalemate energy. If you feel like you can't make any progress on this resolution or these goals that you're making for the future, make sure if you're making a big goal that you make lots of little stepping stone goals that will get you those action steps that will get you to that goal. Because if you just make a goal, say for me, I'm writing a book. If I just say I'm going to write a book, I mean, what does that even mean? Like, what all do I need to break that up into action steps? What do I need to do? If you just say I'm going to write a book, that is a very daunting and lofty goal to set for yourself without an action plan or steps that you can take to achieve it. So make sure you're asking for help. And that even goes for yourself. Ask yourself what you want and how you can help yourself and how you can make life a little bit easier for yourself, because I feel like you guys haven't had the easiest go of things this past year and maybe 2 years just looking back, but many of you do have that support system. Don't feel like you're overburdening them. If you need help or you just want someone to talk to, they will be there for you. As will God, as will your angels and guides. So Thank you so much, you guys. I really hope this resonated. You'll have to let me know below what you thought. And as always, thanks again for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye. All right, group number 3, let's see what you can expect for December 2019. And as always with my monthly pick a card readings, we're going to go ahead and start with the tarot cards and then get additional insight with the oracle cards after that. All right, let's see what your overall energy for the month of December and going into the year 2020 is going to be. And you have the Queen of Earth. That is a really beautiful energy to carry you through this month and into the year of 2020. So you're making time for people around you, and it feels to me like maybe you've been really busy with things and you haven't given yourself the time to actually spend with the people that you really love and care about. But for you, this month is going to be all about giving your time and attention to the people that you love. And that's really beautiful going into December, because this is kind of the time of year, you know, they call it the holidays, everybody gets together, and I feel like you guys are just going to have such a fun and memorable holiday season this year, where you're making really good new memories with your friends, your family, and just everybody that you love. And any challenges that come up for you guys this month, I feel like you're not going to feel all huffy about it or why me, woe is me. I feel like you guys are just going to be like, you know what, it's a challenge and I got to deal with it, but I feel like you're going to take it in stride. It's just going to be something like, you're almost going to be like a parent to a small child, just really calm and gentle and not really stressing about it, but just giving it your love and making whatever this challenge is coming up. You're going to understand that it's there to help you grow spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. Whatever's coming up is going to help you grow and be a more thoughtful and warm person going in. But this is also, to me, a card of creativity. So there may be some sort of creative project you've been working on or that you're planning to work on that you're just going to take this really calm, thoughtful, and sensible approach with. You're not going to beat yourself up with it. You're just going to let it kind of flow out of you. So if you are working on a creative project, just let it flow. So the energy coming in from November, October, and maybe even as far back as September is renewal. So it looks to me like you guys have been working hard on your goals and just reviewing and evaluating what it is you want out of life. Some of the other groups were kind of at that point where they needed to start doing this, renewing things and making things work more for them and getting rid of energy that's not serving them. But I think for you guys, you have been working on things. You've been renewing things in your life and reviewing and evaluating and getting rid of what's not serving you already. And it's time to move in a new direction. So you guys maybe recently have gotten that new job or moved your house or made plans to do so. And you're really excited about it. I feel this sense of closeness with the people around you, and you're just really excited to move into 2020. I feel like you guys are just, you're here for it. You're ready to roll into 2020, like guns blazing, just ready to go. So the energy in the current month, oh my goodness, you guys, you got the sun. So whatever it is that you set your sights on this month and whatever it is you do, it's just going to be a happy time, or there's going to be a happy outcome. So whatever challenges that you're dealing with this month, coming into this month, you're just going to find a really happy outcome. And I don't think it's just going to be a happy outcome for you. It's going to be something that's like a win-win situation for everybody. And you guys, this is also a card of really brilliant, divinely guided new ideas. So whatever creative projects that you are working on, they're divinely inspired, and you're just going to be having them flow right out of you this month, and they're going to be successful. So whatever ideas are coming to you, make sure you're writing them down in some fashion, or you're taking action on them, because they will be successful. They'll bring you abundance. And this is a card also, you're going to be having more confidence in yourself. So this month, maybe with that reevaluation you've been doing with this renewal card the past couple of months, maybe you didn't feel like you were on top of your game or that you were very worthy or confident in things. But this month, you're going to start feeling that sense of confidence and knowing that you deserve the things that you're going after or the things that are coming to you. You're going to have this sense of confidence, and self-esteem is just going to be way up here. And I don't mean in like an egotistical sort of way. I mean just in a loving, heart-centered way. And then in your future conditions, so this is toward the end of the month and going into January and even early 2020, and you have the moon. And before I even get into that, look at all this major arcana energy. There is a lot of change and renewal going on for you. But to me, this is all positive. This is all in a way that is going to bring you to your highest, happiest self. So that future conditions here with the moon, I feel like you're going to be really intuitive this month and going into 2020, and you're going to be really in tune with what you need to do to move forward in life to really get that renewal to continue into 2020. And you may be having some important psychic insights. Maybe you're having precognitive dreams or premonitions, something like that. But there may be something going on behind the scenes that you're unsure of at the beginning of the month, but by the end of the month, you're going to know about it. And I almost feel like for some of you, that's some sort of surprise that somebody is planning for you, or maybe that you're planning for somebody that you just don't know all the things you're going to do for it. And I just saw, like, for somebody that was writing a book, you have this kind of plot hole going on in your book, and you're like, how am I going to resolve that? But during this month and going into 2020, you're going to figure that out. Whatever is hidden is going to come to light for you, and it's just going to be this big aha moment. So if you're not writing a book, you can take that example into whatever area of life that you need, because whatever information you're just not seeing or that is hidden, or you don't really know how to move forward with something, you're just going to have this kind of epiphany that's going to come to you and really help you out there. So your best path to follow is the Ace of Earth, or that Ace of Pentacles. So you're just going to be having these opportunities coming up, both with your career and just anything material coming in. You're going to have so much abundance coming to you. And there could even be a promising business venture, or you decide you're going to start that business, or if you already have a business, you're going to find a way to really get it to take off or to get it off the ground. And there may be signing of an important document or a contract because of the business, or maybe you're selling a home or buying a home, something material or something you're working toward. So then in your hopes and your fears, and my goodness, you guys with these major arcanas, you guys have so much transformation going on in your lives, and it's just beautiful. It's like you're emerging from that chrysalis and you're ready to be that beautiful, bold butterfly. You've been putting in that work as that caterpillar and struggling in that chrysalis, and now you're ready to shine. Like, this is just beautiful. So there is a significant life event that's coming up for you in this month and even into early 2020 that is just going to change your life for the better. And it's just going to be this revelation. I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to be because of this moon, this psychic insight or this epiphany that you get that is going to really take your life to the next level. You're just ready. You're ready to spread your wings and just move forward in life on your goals, your dreams, your desires, and just because of it, so far you've got all this earth anchoring this major transformation. So you're going to be grounding this transformational energy into the earth to really be able to create abundance for yourself and to create something that you can be proud of in life. And I think for a lot of you, you've been feeling like with this renewal, a lot of times that's sparked either by some tragic event that happens or just this sense of boredom. So to me, it's like your life maybe felt unfulfilling, or just you weren't living your authentic life. And then you really started taking those steps to move more toward that place of authenticity. And now you're just feeling like you're unstoppable. This is your time to shine, is basically what I'm getting from this card. And then for your outcome, another earth. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys, you're really, like I just said about grounding this transformational energy. The Seven of Earth, or that Seven of Pentacles, is all about seeds that are well planted. You've been putting in that effort, you've been putting in that work to change your life, to change the lives of those you love, and you're really, really gonna start seeing into the year 2020, not so much this month, but into the year 2020, you're really gonna start seeing those dividends of all this hard work you've been putting in. You're gonna start seeing those pay off in 2020. And this card also sometimes can be that kind of temporary standstill or like a pause in the action. Maybe you're taking some time off from your goals and your dreams just to spend time with family and enjoy the holiday season. And that is absolutely what you should be doing. I think you guys, you don't have to be on all the time. You do need to allow yourself time to rest. And I think for some of you, with all this renewal and transformation going on, maybe you have been working so hard. Maybe this is letting you know, hey, the seeds you've planted, you've watered them, you can let them sit for a minute and just take a deep breath and enjoy yourself. So this is also a card about unnecessary worry. So any worries you are having about these challenges that maybe have been coming in for you this month, they're really not anything to stress about or worry about, because they're not even going to be that big of a deal. Everything is just going to work itself out, or you're going to take that really gentle approach to working those things out for yourself, and it's just going to be really fulfilling for you. So allow yourself that time to spend with your family and just enjoy this month, because you've been putting all this work in and you deserve it. Okay, and then for the oracle cards, you guys did draw 2 from the crystal angels. One just came flopping right out, as did the same thing with group number 1. So you guys must have, your angels and guides must have a lot to say. So we're just going to see what they have to say. And hopefully not make a mess of everything in the process. Okay, that's good enough. I think that's good enough. We can still sort of see what's going on below if I have to refer back. Okay. So we'll just start over here on the left, and we have the azurite, and this is all about deep emotional healing. And it says here, your heart is ready to heal from the past experiences, and you are willing to devote time and energy toward therapeutic care. And that goes really well with all that renewal and all this transformation that's going on in your life. You are healing deep emotional wounds and traumas from your past, or maybe even as far back as your childhood. And then here with the tiger's eye, this is about self-confidence through God confidence. It says, believe in yourself by believing in God working through you. If you're having a hard time relying on yourself or feeling like you're worthy or confident, which to me you probably won't be with this sun card, you're going to be feeling good and confident. But when you do feel at your lowest, just remember, you are a fractal of God. You are a fractal of that infinite source we call the universe, God, whatever you want to call that infinite source. You are a fractal of that. So you are God. You are a piece of God. So just remind yourself of that. Every time you're having troubles or you feel like life's just not going your way, just remind yourself of that. And then with the love card, allow yourself to love and be loved. I think for a lot of you, maybe some of this transformation has had to do with a love relationship, or wanting more of that in your life, or realizing maybe the people that you do love in your life, your parents, your friends, whoever, maybe you haven't given them enough time and love and attention, and or vice versa. So you're going to be really focusing on that this month. And I think that's a good time, because you've been working so hard on other things, to allow yourself the self-love and to love others and allow others to love you. And then Horus, cosmic gateway. So your thoughts are magnetic and powerful. Miraculous changes are occurring. So this really goes well with that sun card. Just remember to keep yourself in that positive mindset and not let that ego run away with you. And I don't think you guys are going to have trouble with that at all this month, but just as a reminder, try to keep your thoughts as positive as possible, because they are, when you feel this really good energy, you just feel so high vibrational, you feel good, you feel happy, you feel in love and in joy of your life. Your vibration is so high that you can easily attract the good things into your life that you've always wanted. So just make sure you keep that vibration high by keeping your positive thoughts going. And then here we have passed over loved ones, comfort, forgiveness, and support. And I think this is talking very specifically about because of this time of year, this is a time of year where whether you had a loved one or a friend or whoever pass away this time of year or not, this is the time of year a lot of people miss people the most. And I feel like you're maybe going to be missing somebody, or maybe this is going to be your first holiday without a grandparent or someone that was very close to you. Or if they had passed away a long time ago, maybe this is just the time of year that you really miss them the most. And just know that they will be with you. They'll be at all your celebrations. They'll be with you. When you think of them, when you miss them, they know and they will be there for you. So anytime you think of them, just know that they're there with you. And then you have the dietary change card. Improve your diet and your life will also improve. And again, that kind of goes back with all this that we were talking about all this transformation you've been doing. Make sure you're taking that time for self-care, and make sure you're not overindulging during these holidays like a lot of us tend to do, with all the goodies and treats and food that's just overly abundant this time of year for most people. Not everybody. There are those people that could use a lot more food, but I'm talking about your average person that's just got an overabundance of every kind of food they could want this time of year. Make sure you're taking care of your diet and not getting too much sugar and too much fat and all that. It's going to offset your system and make you get some sort of cold or flu or virus or something, because you just don't want to deal with that. Especially with all this transformation you're doing, you don't want something like that to take you out for a while. Yeah, you guys, I think that's all I'm seeing for you, but I mean, this is absolutely beautiful energy you're working with, and you guys, you're on top of your game, so just allow yourself that time to sit back and enjoy your time with your loved ones. Know those passed over loved ones are with you. Share the love. And make sure you're taking care of yourself. Because there was a lot of deep emotional healing going on with all this transformation you've been going through. Yeah, you guys, you'll have to let me know below what you thought and if this resonated. And as always, you guys, thanks again for all your likes, comments, shares, subscribes, and all the things. And I really, truly do hope to see you back at the Den Creative. All right, bye!